you know, if he wants to eat dinner tonight, he's going to vote for us.
There you go. Yeah. Hello, Lorenzo. I almost said happy birthday, happy new year.
You're muted.
Go ahead.
That's
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, sir. Good to see
same
you.
to you. Same to you. Can't believe it's 2023.
Can't believe that, eh? Yeah. Wow, eh?
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yes, very. Mm.
Year of my retirement. Yay.
Oh,
Well, me too. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
really? Wow.
Yeah, soon I'm going to be retired. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your target date, respectively?
I am actually my replacement is starting on Tuesday. I'm doing 2 weeks of transition with her, and then I'm pretty much done by the end of January.
Really?
Really? Oh no, me.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I work another 2 years.
Oh, so about 2 years, so like January of 25 or something?
25 for me, yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very cool. I was talking with Stephanie, and this June 11th will be my 10-year anniversary with the town of Easton.
Wow.
10 years.
10 years! Yeah, I'm turning the dust every year. I can't believe it. It's like, you know, it's been maybe 3, possibly 4. Like, no. And
10. That's a good long time.
it is, yeah. I've been really enjoying it, to be honest. I've been having a really great time.
Good.
Yeah, that is good that you like what you're doing and you're happy here. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been 14 years where I am currently, and I had, 12 years at another authority. So I've got
Oh, yeah.
over 25, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm just fried.
Yeah. You gotta live your life, too.
Yeah.
Hello, person who's the
Hi.
string of numbers.
Hi, it's me. It's Amy. I think
Amy.
it's me.
Hello, Amy.
I'm not on video. Do I need to be?
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm in my car, so.
Yeah, you're here. That
I'm
is
here,
the
great.
main thing.
How is everyone? Yeah.
Doing well.
We're good.
Okay.
Sure.
Good. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, doing well.
Doing well? Good.
Wow.
Good.
We've just had a fun little round of people planning out their retirements.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're all of that. We're getting towards that age, some of us.
Oh no.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, Nikki, we
Hi.
can. Yeah.
All right, great.
And who is Joe?
Joe, he's ECAT, Easton Community Access Television, and so that's the person who's recording the meetings when we start.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is probably a little too much information, but with Zoom, there's like 2 different ways you can do it. One is a webinar,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you would never see people. I have to actually let them in, and the other one is it's just a meeting with not a lot of controls set on it, so people can just show up. And this got set up as just a meeting because this is not actually our planning department account. This is a town account that I had to request because there's a point to all of this. At 7 o'clock is the CPC meeting, which is on the planning department account. So I chose a different Zoom account.
Okay.
See, foreshadowing. Can
Yep.
people join the CPC meeting? So
He's got an ulterior motive here.
I do. Oh, I sure do. Yes.
I accidentally turned my video on. I'm trying to fix this. Sorry, guys. Okay. A little bit more stable now.
Yeah, I think so. And I've not heard from either Sam or Stephanie. And I guess at some point when things loosen up a little bit, we might want to reach out to Stephanie and see how she's doing. I don't think we've heard from her for several months now.
Well, we do have a quorum, so we can get started.
Yeah, let me hit record if that makes sense. So like Nikki, you've got your agenda and it'll probably be pretty short. And then we'll end up, and those who can rejoin later for the CPC meeting. We can talk about that. So let me hit record for us, and then I I guess you can like call it to order. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the January 12th meeting of the Easton's Affordable Housing Trust. It is 6:04 p.m. Calling the meeting to order. Do we have to read the Zoom thing?
So very briefly, in keeping with an act relative to extending certain state of emergency accommodations, this meeting will be conducted remotely over Zoom. Attendance by board and commission members will be remote, and remote attendance shall count towards quorum. The meeting may be broadcast live, and it will be recorded on ECAT. There are instructions for the public on how to interact with the commission in the posted agenda. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Okay. So first order of business is to review the November 28th, 2022 minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
Do you need to take attendance?
We need to take attendance.
We should. That's not a bad idea. Thank you for that, Chrisanne. Maybe people could state their last name and present.
Justumian present.
Stephen present.
Sheedy present.
Stacy present.
Rodriguez present.
Thank you, Chrisanne. Okay, so I will make a motion to accept the minutes from the November 28th, 2022 meeting.
I second it.
Justumian, yes.
Stephen, yes.
Stacy, yes.
Rodriguez, yes.
Oh, sorry, Sheedy abstains.
Alrighty. Okay, so the next up is 26 Pequonnocket and 10 Morse Road update.
The update on that is we finally have Habitat's title attorney satisfied with all of the documents. They have requested some clarifications on some select board vote language and also some votes from the Morse company that we got the Morse parcel from. So our town council attorney has worked that out with Habitat's attorney to everyone's satisfaction, and we were notified on January 5th that all is well with their title. So we will now be finally moving forward to drafting deeds and closing, and of course drafting those grant agreements for the grants that the trust will be making to Habitat. So
That's
that is
good news.
now going to be in process.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nikki, any updates on getting an invoice and a W-9 from the landscapers?
About 10 minutes ago, we corresponded, so hopefully I'll be getting that.
Oh,
So,
cool. Awesome.
I think there was a misunderstanding. I don't think he knew I was waiting for the W-9s, but I had requested it.
Thank you.
No problem. I told him I would get that right as soon as he gets it to us. I'll get it to you, or and we'll get this thing accomplished.
Yep. We just get an invoice and a W-9 and
Yep.
cut them a check. That'd be
Yep.
awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. The next topic of discussion is affordable resale repair grant program draft
I have no
program
updates.
documents. Okay, no.
I
updates on
haven't
that.
drafted them yet, and town council
Okay.
has not reviewed them yet.
Okay.
The one potentially relevant property has closed.
Okay.
It's transferred and all is well, so it's not a critical need for anyone
Great.
at the moment.
Great.
But yeah, that's the update.
Okay.
Hopefully by the next meeting.
Awesome. Okay. The next
Item.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Potential surplus town properties and the feasibility study. So when was it? Tuesday?
Monday,
Tuesday?
was it the 9th?
It was a Tuesday-ish Monday, I think. No, it was Monday. It
Yeah,
was Monday, the 9th.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm all over the place right now. Wayne and I met with Town Administrator Connor Reed, had a pretty productive discussion, I would say, about the Affordable Housing Trust's interest in being considered, being present for conversations regarding the potential surplus town properties as if and when they are to be dispositioned. Wayne, do you want to outline how we talk about this? I don't really know
Sure.
exactly how.
Yeah, so as Nikki said, yeah, thank you for that. It was, so folks may remember from previous Affordable Housing Trust meetings, and even select board meetings, there is an interest in using some or all of these potentially surplus town properties to meet some affordable housing needs. And, so to that end, we set up a meeting with the town administrator to sort of talk through, practicalities, get a sense of what might be, potential, what might be possible, what some guidance there might be. And so the public safety project will be going to a special town meeting this summer and then a special town election this summer for a debt exclusion to pay for it. So should this actually be successful, there will be a several-year period while the new facilities are constructed and the old facilities are still in use. So the town administrator's guidance was on a couple of fronts to not invest too much time right now until we have a sense of how it goes this summer, and then we'll have a goodly amount of time to really investigate those. Assuming that the project does move forward and there will be these surplus properties, which would be Lothrop Street, the DPW on Center Street, and the Water Department Fire Station on Bay Road. At that point, have a bit of a charrette process because there are several studies and plans already regarding the properties, housing needs, and so forth. The town, of course, has a design team for the public facilities project, and they could attend and participate. And one could ask the select board, to sort of convene that sort of a process to get a sense of the interest and potential of the properties, including for housing. And then, should it seem viable at that point, maybe investigate actual plans and put together an RFP for some or all of those properties for housing. And put that together possibly with the help of a consultant, putting together some architectural scenarios, some feasibility. And also during this process, it's still undetermined. There will be demolition costs and possible hazardous materials investigations and mitigations. And both the town and any future use would need to quantify what those are and figure out how that could get funded. So that's a sort of ongoing concept in the back of everybody's minds. So it was, I think, a really constructive meeting. And the town administrator said, so far we're the only folks who've really come forward, to express an interest in how the surplus properties might be used. And I thought it was really very positive.
So what's RFP? Request
A request for proposal.
proposal, okay.
Yeah, and so when a municipality is de-accessioning a public land, a public property, it has to define what the criteria are to accept proposals. Is for someone to buy it, or is there a different use that the town wants to see? And there are pretty structured procurement requirements in how you identify someone to, make a bid on the property per the requirements of the RFP. So we'd want to, assuming this all goes well in a year or so, have a pretty robust RFP for reuse of the properties for certain uses and with certain criteria and requirements. So we'd have to put that together. It would be a pretty detailed process, but hopefully we will get there. That's our goal.
Good.
Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, I was going to summarize or emphasize briefly that it's the beginning of a very long process, and we were successful in getting our point across that we would be interested in any of those parcels that could potentially be utilized for housing. So, and the town administrator was very receptive to that. But again, beginning of a long process.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, just happy to be part of the conversation fairly
Right.
early on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Early and throughout.
Yes.
Awesome work jumping on this at the right time.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, next up, the AHT final CPA application update for tonight.
Yes, so after our meeting at 7:00 on a different Zoom channel, and I can email out that link, or folks may see it in the posted agenda on the town website. The Community Preservation Committee is meeting at 7 virtually to consider the various CPA applications in their final form and contemplate whether to vote to recommend them to the select board to then vote to include in the warrant for town meeting in May. And the Affordable Housing Trust is under consideration tonight. We are about the middle of the list of projects. There are 3 school projects, or 2 school projects ahead of us, and then after us is, I believe, Swift's Park design, the town hall landscape design, and work over at Governor Ames Estate by the trustees of reservations. And it would be helpful if as many Affordable Housing Trust board members could be present for that discussion, even if they don't necessarily have an active role. The CPC does like to see attention and support from the volunteer resident board and committee members. I know that Nikki has a conflict, and I believe I can text you when it's relevant. You might be able to just check in for those 5 or 10 minutes. And perhaps anyone else could also monitor and make your presence known when that agenda item comes up. If you're available, that might be helpful.
I would greatly appreciate that text, and I will do my best to pop in when we're close.
Great. Thank you. And as folks may remember, this is a request for the 10% CPA amount allocated for community housing, which is about $205,000 this year.
And that's consistent with our ask in the past.
Correct. Yeah.
How long do you anticipate this meeting to go? I know that we're in the middle, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, but it could be a long one.
It could be a long one. It could be a fairly efficient one.
Okay.
It depends on how detailed folks want to get with discussions. Excuse me. One of the things we've been trying to do with CPA applications, folks may be aware that this is the first year of a somewhat different process where basically the application period is almost a year. Come in with a letter of interest in spring and then, work with staff over the summer and fall to really refine what it is you're asking for. Some applications like the Affordable Housing Trust are reasonably straightforward. Others can be fairly complex. And the intent is to give the applicants and the CPC itself ample opportunity to ask questions, better understand, help the applicants refine their ask in the most effective way possible. So I think it's resulting in more well thought out applications. So that's sort of a long-winded way of saying I don't really know how long tonight's meeting will go. You know, I believe many of the questions have already been asked at previous meetings, but you know, there may be more in-depth questioning tonight. You know, all the school projects are fairly high dollar amounts, so you know that I think might be of great interest to some of the CPC members. So I truly don't know how long tonight's meeting will go. But for the trust members, it could just be being noticed in the background or having a minor yes, thank you, please support us, and you, Nikki, could pitch some of the work we've been doing. I believe I sent around the application, which has things we've done recently.
Yep.
As part of it. And I can of course speak to that as well. I imagine the Affordable Housing Trust section, I don't want to jinx anything, should only be like 10 minutes. There's nothing terribly surprising.
They always ask for a larger chat, and I'm never prepared time-wise for a larger chat. That's something I think we should schedule. But I was just thinking but we'll probably mention that again. We kind of mention it every time, so we should get something on the books for that. But like I said, I have another board meeting right after this one, so I'm gonna have to cut out of that one to join this one. So I won't have time to do it too long of a chat. But I know Tom always asks, and I would like to oblige, not because I don't want to, but maybe we can just schedule something.
One thing that the CPC and Tom, the chair, have suggested, and I think they're being fairly organized and it may well happen, is over the summer have the various CPA projects come in and give updates, what we've been doing with the funding. So I think we could schedule a fairly intentional, June, July, August, or something like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
To talk about our stuff, and at that point, I think, more simple quantity might be further along.
Yeah, one more to talk about. Okay, I like that. Alrighty, well. I think that's about it for me. Anything else? I'm in the city. I'm gonna try to head home and make it in time for my meeting, so
Good luck with that.
thank you.
Yes.
I let them know, so they're gonna start a little bit later, so I have wiggle time for that, but then it's gonna coincide with the start of the CPC meeting, so.
Yeah.
Is it the CPC? It's a CPC meeting regarding the CPA.
Correct. It's the
Sometimes
Community
I reverse
Preservation
that.
Committee talking
Yeah.
about Community Preservation Act.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And are folks able to find the Zoom link in the posted agenda? Do I need to send that separately to people, or can you all just find it on the town website under the calendar?
Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing nods. Thank you all.
Town website's fine. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you. All right, Nikki. Well, good luck on your commute. Drive safe.
Thank you. And we need roll call to do we
A motion
make
and a second.
Motion a second.
Adjourn.
Okay.
We need the next meeting, Wayne.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
thank you, Amy.
That is very
Yep.
important. Thank you, Amy. You're a
One thing
lifesaver.
here.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be Thursday the 16th, but I can't make it. Thursday the 9th is another CPC meeting, and I'd love to not have them back to back. And
What's the next Thursday past the 16th?
23rd.
yeah, this is the 23rd, right?
Yeah. That has potential.
Yeah, I got a school vacation week and we're kind of hoping, I don't know.
Okay,
Probably.
Okay.
we'll pick a different night.
So.
Yeah, you had mentioned a couple Wednesdays. Wayne, is that possible for anyone?
Fine with me, the 15th, the 8th or the 15th,
Yeah, I
work
could
for
do
me.
those.
Do we
I'm available
want
both of those.
Yeah, me
to go for the 15th?
Yep,
No,
let's do it.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Wednesday, February 15 at 6 p.m. Does that work?
It works for me.
Yeah.
Well, tell me.
Yeah.
Can do that.
I'm not sure if I can do that one, but I'll try.
Okay, well, we've got Amy, Jen, Nikki, and Ernst, so that is a quorum of 4.
Yeah.
And Chris Ann is a bonus 5. And we might be able to get Sam and possibly even Stephanie else.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
That, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so. And we likely won't have much terribly desperate to talk about. But it's nice to just keep in touch.
Yep.
So it's gonna be Wednesday, February 15, 6 p.m. Thank you.
All right, very
I'll
good.
remake my motion to adjourn.
I'll second it. Dustunian, yes?
Stephen, yes.
Sheedy, yes.
Stacy, yes?
Rodriguez, yes.
All right, what is this, 6:25? We're adjourned.
6:25. Okay, see you all in maybe an hour-ish.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.